Welcome everyone to episode 38 of DM Podcast. We are live on YouTube and on TikTok. We are with Mick and Mark. Talk about just general news from DM News, our own news blog, and over just general chit chat about whatever we want to talk about, really. A little heads up, Mick is feeling fluey, so if he's just going to chill and be a back passenger today, that's obviously up to him, just so at least he's here and get involved when he needs to. But yeah, he is very, very fluey, and he does sound quite sexy. He's got like a weird, sexy, sick voice. Talks through his nose a lot. Mark's just smashed into ice buns just before this podcast started, so he should be full of beans, even though he hasn't really slept. And yeah, there's a few things that's gone on that's quite new to Driver Matty. Is we've just introduced Patreon. Now, this is the first time for me. A lot of people have told me over the years to get Patreon because it's a way to support content creators. And I've always put it off and put it off, put it off. Now, I've got the YouTube membership, but it's only for YouTube people, where Patreon's for everyone, TikTok and Instagram, the works. So what Patreon is, you can join up the membership. There's a private chat in there. You can early access to all my videos. There's no ads like on YouTube. I'll be doing polls. I'll be talking to you. So getting video ideas. We could maybe do some type of challenges, collabs. There's loads of stuff we can do in Patreon, and we're going to build like the community within and around Patreon. So it is a couple of quid a month. If you want to join that, that's brilliant. Just go to drivermatty.com. The link's at the top. Feel free to join, come and say hello to the community. We're just starting that this week. And that's it really. That's happened, obviously, on a Driver Matty side of things. But the big news that a lot of people have asked me about this week. Now, obviously, we've got to bear in mind that Mick's a little bit sniffly. Just got to comment a quick live. Thank you for joining in. Much appreciated, Mark. That's a good shout, Mark. That's a good shout, mate. Going forward, would it be an idea to start the live chat a little later, as a lot of on school runs, maybe 9:30 start? That is a good shout, mate. To be honest, it is 10 to 10. So, but yeah, we were definitely a good point to bear in mind. And the bear film's wicked. Oh, mate, it's brilliant. Cocaine bear. Oh, mate, unbelievable. It's like Sharknado, but bears and cocaine. But listen, first big question of the podcast is Mick has completed his first week in a hybrid. Now, maybe that's why he's sick. Because he's probably worked too much. No, what's going to show, he is in his hybrid car and he got rid of his bus. So let's go to Mick. And Mick, just generally, what has it been like compared to driving a minibus for 15 years?
Compared to driving a minibus? Oh, it's been a dream.
That's it.
Compared to driving a minibus, yeah, it's a dream. Enjoying it. It was weird at first, very weird. Like, I got in, it was like I was in a spaceship, loads of buttons to press, all this to mess around with, and then when I got it on the motorway, I was like, it was brilliant. Really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's just night and day, and with all the systems and the assist. Like, if you use the adaptive cruise and that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When I got on the motorway, I was like, well, I weren't driving the car.
Yeah, it's unreal, isn't it?
It just does it itself.
Yeah. And how have you found Uber last week? Surprisingly all right, isn't it? Because you mentioned in the chats, haven't you, that it's been all right. Yeah. Taking over and stuff and parts.
I've done 30 hours, not 33. I've done 30 hours, and just over 600 quid.
So you hit over 25 an hour?
And that was Monday. Monday I got my car, didn't I? And I ended up taking her to school and done like an hour and a half, an hour and a bit. Monday night. Monday afternoon. That was quarter 5, dropped her off at school, run, finished at 7:30. So, yeah, just over a couple of hours. Tuesday was my birthday. And I only...
50, by the way.
Dropped off. I'm not 50. I might get a bit, but I'm not. Dropped the kids off at school and then finished at like 1:00, and that was it for me Tuesday day. Wednesday I done 9 till 4.
Thursday, a bad day, wasn't it?
Thursday.
Because you said, sorry to interrupt. Didn't you do Tuesday and it was brilliant, so you done really well? And you were like high hopes, and then there was one day that brought you back down to reality.
I done I done 9 till 1 on Tuesday and done like 80 quid, 75, 80 quid on the Tuesday. Wednesday was a bad day.
I remember you having a bad day and you're like,
Wednesday
whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, Wednesday was really slow. It wasn't until the afternoon, because Wednesday I had my daughter going into dance, so I'd done 9 till about 4:30. Then my daughter went into dance, and only the fact that I had a little bit extra to do until 7:30, because I ended up finishing about 4:00, I think it was. Picked my lad up from after school, went home, took my daughter to dance, and then stayed out and made up my Wednesday. 2.5 decent day. Ended up finishing on like 1:40 for the day, but I did have to stay out till like 7:30 on that day.
Yeah. So generally, like over the full week, you done what? 20 an hour in 30 days. But one thing that we want to lead on with this, dead quick, is your commission was massively different compared to what you used to pay with a minibus, wasn't it?
Well, it wasn't massively different. It was just the
No.
lowest I've had since. So my commission was like, I was getting around, I think the lowest before this week was 30. But most weeks consistent on like 32, 33.
Yeah.
This week I've come in with 26%.
Right, okay.
So,
And Mark, how much commission have you paid this week?
29.6, was it?
Yeah.
But
So-
I have a look.
The lads in the chat this morning, they said that literally by the looks of it, we're all averaging around 30 now. It's not as crazy as your 40s, but it's not as low as your 20s. It's like, yeah, I done 33% last week, but I only done 120 quid last week.
Yeah, I did 180, 29.6.
29.6. So it looks like we're banking around late 20s to 30s now, aren't we?
That's the most I've had done.
25 to 30%.
Mine's normally about 24, 25, 26.
I reckon it's 25 to 30%. Because a lot of people see a job and go, bloody hell, they're taking loads off me there. But I reckon it's just their fares are so cheap, aren't they? Like, you've seen the passenger.
Because you mentioned in that WhatsApp group, didn't you, about the reason why he probably paid high commission was because he were doing the dead hours. Is that right?
Possibly.
No, so we've done
No,
less.
no commission.
So we've done
no
less.
Commission.
That's what I meant, less. Yeah. Because of the dead hours.
I reckon. Go on.
I'm just saying you're saying that they couldn't take the money from other places, kind of thing, when you're doing the dead hours, because it's the rates of that poo anyway.
I reckon because Uber X rates are so low anyway for passenger, I don't reckon you take that much off especially when it's quiet and there's loads of drivers. I reckon it's like close to like. But then when it's busy or it's surging or there's in the XL or an exec, I think that's where they take most of their commission. Because sometimes you've noticed, Mick, as well, in being in your XL, sometimes your Uber X and Uber XL prices are similar, aren't they?
Yeah, they can be.
Yeah.
Do
you know what I mean? They can be. It feels like they're taking more from the XLs, kind of vibe.
Especially because the shorter jobs anyway are definitely close to. Do you know what I mean? Maybe a pound difference, if anything. But I suppose everything else goes up with an XL, doesn't it? So can you really argue that you're paying more in an XL?
Well, no, it's the percentage is going up more, which is bad. Obviously, if the price goes up and the percentage fixed, then the price goes up of what you're paying. But the percentage should stay fixed, shouldn't it? You shouldn't pay a higher percent for being in a vehicle that does additional stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you've got so many expenses, I reckon you should pay.
The way Uber work, though, they're going to make as much percent as possible, aren't they? Because they've been given the capability to do so. So
yeah, I reckon that's definitely it with the percentages and the commissions and stuff.
They can probably see that. They can probably understand. They probably see a market that they can charge more for a larger vehicle and pay next to car price to the driver.
Yeah. I reckon this is all leading to they want to be everyone in EVs anyway, don't they? Or hybrids.
Yeah.
I don't think they want any big dirty diesels and stuff on the platform.
No.
Right? So I just put I did an Uber data request and it shocked me. They hold everything. Harsh braking, speeding whilst going to a job, speeding whilst on a job, recordings and so much data. It's mind-boggling. Changes, but can you delete the data? They won't keep the data at all. They send me 6 months of it. I asked for it to be printed and sent. Still waiting for an answer from the DPO officer. Mate, honestly, a lot of people say that. I actually done an article last week on DM News, and there was a driver talking to a customer, right, about how much the customer paid. Do you know what I mean? How much you pay for this, mate? To figure out how much commission got taken. A lot of drivers do it. And then Uber contacted them after the job was done and said, don't be talking about money and what the customer's paying with your passengers, right? And then he's come out and moaned on social media and said, well, are they actually listening to our conversations? And the way, the two flip side you can look at that is either A, the customer complained because they're probably getting sick and like interrogated by Uber drivers, or are they actually listening to our conversations to learn information about the journey and everything else? Do you know what I mean? What do you reckon to that?
I can't see that. I can't see them listening. They can't.
No.
Do you reckon it was a complaint?
Yeah.
I'll be very surprised if they'll have to tell you that they're listening in.
Just added data protection in there.
Yeah, they'd have to tell you. Surely there's some rule in there that they need to tell you. It's like when you get in a taxi, you've got to have signs up that you're being filmed and recorded.
It's a data GPDR and all that, isn't it?
It's got to fall in something along them lines, surely.
Yeah, because
I think
it must have been a complaint, wasn't it?
It'll be more of a feedback as he's put into the app, and there's just been a comment on the job left. Driver was asking me how much I paid for the job, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's a sign that Uber doesn't want you to know then, or Uber doesn't want you to ask those questions if they're contacting the driver and saying that.
I mean,
because I guess they don't want.
We get a fair breakdown at the end of the week now, so what does it matter?
We don't need to know on an individual basis no more, do we?
I'd rather not have the fair breakdown and not even ask the customer.
But the thing
I've
is,
accepted the job. I'm happy to do the job at that price.
I was just about to say what
Mick
Mick said then. You don't have to take that job. If you like that price for that distance, for that time, even if I don't know, I see a job, it's 4 mile, I'm getting paid tenner, it's taking me 5 minutes, I'll do that job all day long. Even if they pay 20, 25 quid, I'm still getting a tenner. I'm choosing to do that job for a tenner.
Yeah. I agree that with Mark, but I don't agree with when people tell you. I mean, because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
It does me head.
You think, I've got a tenner for 5-minute work job. Do you know what I mean? You get in.
I see the job.
Here, I pay £25. Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, I got a job the other day. It was a tenner for like 3 mile. I thought, oh, sound this, mate. Like that time, like that, you got in the car, you fume. Can't believe. They went to me, can't believe this was 20 quid today. And I was like, oh. But I was happy before I knew. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I understand transparency, but sometimes you just don't want to know, do you? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I was like proper, like, oh, you know what? Uber rates are bad. They're very low for drivers. They're very low for passengers. They are bad. But sometimes you just don't want to know. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, this is actually not bad job. Best job of the day, this. Can't believe I paid $7,000 for this job, mate. I only got a tenner. Oh. Dottie, don't start. I'm live. Can you hear the dog?
No.
Oh, thank God. She's just distracting me now. Right. Let's go to the comments now, quick. Live is put, so with £20 an hour, 600 quid for 30 hours after commission, Mick. Sounds like a good week, mate. Yeah, he's done well. Live, he's done well, mate. Phones are definitely listening. See it all the time on social media, talking about something in adverts. Yeah, that is true.
That's true, that,
on social media. That 100 Alexa listens, social media listens, and everything else. But I just don't think the Uber app is listening. I just don't think. I just think it's too risky for a multi-billion account. Social media, 11, and when you create a profile, it'll be in the terms and stuff like that. I can't see with passengers and council licensing laws and stuff. I just can't see it. It's too much of a strict thing. Do you know what I mean? Hi guys, the Saru test is hard to pass. And you two know what a Saru test is? I don't know what a Saru test is, mate. Saru?
Siru test. I think it's to do down in London, isn't it? I'm sure it is.
Is it? Was like smart the PCO test, like?
I think so. It might be to do with the knowledge test. I don't know. I have seen it. I've seen people talking about it, but
So is it like a knowledge test, is it?
let me Google it.
Do us a favour, Adrian. Just let us know what it is, mate. All phones are listening. No, 100%, Paul. Like I said, it's just with council licensing laws and stuff. I just don't think Uber is. It's a lack of transparency that makes the drivers ask, though, lads. If Uber haven't anything to hide, the info should be available. Live, it is available, mate, at the end of the week. So not on a job-by-job basis, but generally by the whole week. Do you know what I mean? But personally, you don't need to know every single job. You used to. I defend you there. Everyone used to be curious and ask, but you don't need to ask now. The full breakdowns at the end of the week.
Yeah, mate.
Do you know what I mean? And
the Siru test is a computer-based assessment that evaluates the knowledge and skills of private hire drivers in London. Siru stands for Safety, Equality and Regulatory Understanding.
so it's the London Private Hire Knowledge Test. Yeah, I can imagine that being hard, mate. I didn't know as well near us. St. Helens has got like a little knowledge test. I can't remember who's telling me if it goes Raf. He was telling us that St. Helens got his little knowledge test as well, but I didn't know. I thought it was only Liverpool that had one around here.
You know what I seen on the job earlier, looking through my thing this morning? Airport surcharge. Have you ever seen that?
What?
Airport surcharge?
Yeah.
So what, like a surge at the airport, or is this something different?
No, it wasn't a surge. It was like in your extras, what you've earned.
Oh, so they're paying you extra to go to the airport, maybe?
Yeah. That's what it looked like. I'll get the job up in a minute.
We'll try and find it for us.
Try and find it. I seen it when I was looking through.
Yeah, because what's going to yeah, because if they... Oh, there you go, yeah. Ben, Shiru is PCO TFL test. Thanks, Ben. But yeah, if they're doing that, it's good though, because I've always noticed, that the airport jobs are cheaper normally than like a thingy job.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Especially from Sheffield. Say city centre, Sheffield to Manchester Airport. I've been seeing them between 55 and 58 quid, right? My privates that I do the job for is around about 80, 95 quid.
No, but what I mean is, though, if that job was going into Manchester city centre, not the airport, would there be more? Because what I'm trying to get at, I'm on about Uber. If you get a Liverpool airport from town to Liverpool airport, it's dead cheap, like 8 quid or something, or whatever it is, 9 quid. But if you get a job from town to Speak, which is the same area as the airport, but it's not the airport, it seems like you get more. So I don't know if it's kind of on a reduced price to be competitive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To try and push the airport work, I'm not too sure, but it seems like the price. Well, we always know that Uber's cheaper than private companies, but an Uber driver's not always set up to take people to the airport, are they? That's the big difference. Because we've talked about this, haven't we? Like, if your job this morning, Mark, you had to get up in the morning, get ready, drive to the pickup, pick the customer up, make sure your car was clean and everything else, your car's viable for the airport, pick them up, drop them off, drive them home. If you're an Uber driver, you already would have been in their street or on their estate when they booked the job. So they don't need to be as expensive as private companies. That's why when people always compare an airport transfer company to the price on Uber, that's where it's different. Do you know what I mean? But if you're on Uber and you're going to book a job to the airport and a Toyota Yaris turns up or a Fiesta, do you know what I mean? Or you book an XL with 6 passengers and 6 bags up and a flipping Ford Galaxy turns up or a Prius Plus. Do you know what I mean? And there's the big difference, isn't it? Bit of a gamble.
Oh,
It was in me overall. It was in me overall thingy, but it's where Manchester Airport has drop-off fee, doesn't it? Pick-up fee written on it. I think if Liverpool Airport doesn't have that, it's just down as a surge charge. So it's the pick-up fee.
Right, but it is the toll for Liverpool Airport, is it?
Yeah, it's the pick-up fee by the look of it. It's just the way threw me off. And because I've seen it in my overall thingy, driver breakdown one.
Yeah.
I thought it was a tenner, but it's tenner over the whole week, and I can't remember going to the airport twice. Yeah, I did.
What, Liverpool?
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm. You might have, you might have. Because you didn't, did you do a man here on Uber?
Yeah.
What were they paying?
That paid From JLA, that paid before me
What was
tolls
it?
£42.
Wait there, was it Liverpool Airport to Manchester Airport?
Yeah,
So it's 42 quid without your tolls.
yeah, it was airline crew.
Oh, okay. On Uber, booking an Uber, yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting. But 42 quid. But like we just said as well, you were there at the airport waiting, weren't you?
I dropped off at the airport in the free drop off. So I dropped off in the free drop off, and it come through to pick up at the airport straight away.
That's what I'm trying to say. You got 42 quid, right? Yeah, obviously I know you got your tolls, right? But would you have done that fare as a private booking for the same price in your house?
Well,
What?
no.
Nah. And that's just trying to prove that's the
How
difference
much would it
between
be?
Uber and
How much?
private.
How much would it have been as a private? If you'd done it,
65.
I was going to say, yeah, but obviously it's 2 tolls, isn't it? So it'll be around the 70, 80 quid mark, won't it? Depending on who's booking it and that, because you got two drop-off charges.
If I was to take a booking through M&L now, for that, actually it'd be 70 because I'd obviously at the 2 airport charges on. But then you take away your 10% commission from M&L.
63 to your tolls, so 55 to the driver.
63, 55. No, it's
Well, 3 quid drop off and 5 drop off, innit?
yeah. If you've got a concession at the £3 drop off.
Oh, if you haven't got a concession card, then it'd be 54 to the driver, wouldn't it?
Less.
Make slave labour, that lad. Poor drivers.
57 less 5, it'd be 52, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Out of concession.
Rough. Mate told me he picked up 6 passengers. Uber charged him 19 odd quid for 5 miles, but he got 9. What? Oh, that hurt me. I didn't even do the job. That was painful, that one. But that's what I'm trying to say, though. He got £2 a mile outside of that or close to it. He probably didn't want to know. Uber do refund the driver if they wait at the waiting area, which is I think is £1.50 at Manchester. Yeah, I don't think so, mate.
say how can you let Uber know that you've parked in there?
Unless if you so what he's saying, I think, is if you do a job at Manchester Airport and you're waiting in the waiting area
Right,
and you go and pick up at the airport, you can put a request in for the extra toll. Is that true, Barry? Have you done that, mate? Can you put the waiting area toll into the job and Uber refund it? Mate, that's interesting, that, mate. Fair play, that's interesting. I didn't even think of that.
What happens if you've got over the hour and a half? 50 quid. Here's 50 quid, please.
Mate, honestly, could you do that? Hey, stay in. Hey, Barry, next time, mate, can you stay in over an hour and a half so the charge is 50 and then put the receipt in and see if you get it? Let us know.
He's just going to take the chance and pay the 50 quid. Like.
For the content, Barry.
Well, Matty's just said it. If you do it and you don't get paid by you, but Matty will reimburse you.
Yeah, and Mick and Mark, we throw in together. Trifecta.
You're dragging me in for?
I'm already getting done for doing Stansted last week, aren't I? £100, me £6 drop off, pick up at Stansted last week. It's a new barrier. So you drive in, APR, you're supposed to pay it by the 12 o'clock the next day. Totally forgot. 100 quid. £100.
Oh, you're joking.
But if I pay it with it, I've not. It's not come through yet. I went to pay it. I remembered. I went to pay it, and it says, no, it's already a thing. So I've looked at it. It's £100, but if I pay it within 14 days, it's 60 quid. So I've got to wait for the letter.
Oh, mate, that's still a killer, though. That is a killer, isn't it?
That's my own
See, that's the thing with it. That's why this ANPR thing, I know they're doing it for faster flowing and all that. But you know what I mean? They're doing it for those fines, aren't they? Because if they never had the ANPR thing, you would have paid 6 quid and left, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I would have stopped, barrier, money in, card.
Can you prepay? Like you can on, like, so the Runcorn Bridge, I can go to the local shop. I've got an account anyway, but if it didn't, I could go to the local shop, pay the £4 toll, and then just go bum over the toll later on. You know, like I can just kind of pre-buy it.
I don't know.
If you could do that for Stansted, if you get a job for Stansted next time, just straight away, pre-buy the toll.
With Heathrow, you just put your card there and you set it up. So when you go through, so if you go through at 11 o'clock in the morning, by 6, they take the money out. So I'm guessing most airports will allow that because we don't do Stansted that much. We just pay it as we come out or when we pick up.
They basically should send you a letter and say, look, you've been in here, here's your chance, pay this now.
Yeah.
But to be fair, there is signs everywhere saying must pay by this
No,
time.
but it's still scumbaggy, mate. Like Mark saying, Mick said you could send out one letter, just a little reminder, go, listen, don't forget, lads, you haven't paid us there. You got 48 hours to pay us, or that's it. But they are doing it for dough, aren't they? That's all they're doing. Do you know what I mean? No, Ben, that's unreal, mate. So, yeah, they got charged an extra to ride an extra, plus the waiting area. That's crazy. Ben should set up an account at Stansted. Do not need to remember. I know the only thing is, Ben, I don't think he goes to Stansted very often because he is based in Sheffield. Do you Mark, do you Stansted often, mate?
I've done Stansted since I've been doing airports, which is what, 18, 9 parts. I've probably done it 3 times. Do Heathrow a lot, but Heathrow's all set up with a card anyway, so.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, but obviously if you're down there, if Ben's down there, then obviously then it's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think Heathrow's definitely the major airport, isn't it? Because you see the odd Gatwick, don't you? The odd Stansted, but it's mainly Heathrow, isn't it? Especially if you're in the other side of the country.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think many people
in the UK,
from Liverpool to Stansted, do they? What, sorry?
Heathrow's the biggest in the UK, isn't it?
Yeah, massive.
Yeah.
Like is it 5 terminals, 6 terminals?
4. There's 5 terminals, but there's no Terminal 1 anymore, is there?
Oh, they squashed it.
About 20 years ago.
Same as Manchester. Manchester's going down to 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Zaz, but everyone needs to put a data request in to see where they stand with Uber. I've been reported 3 times for being under the influence of alcohol, and I don't drink. Maybe it's my mug. Do I look pissed all the time? I don't know, lad.
Is it like
honestly, do you reckon it could... Yeah, all jokes aside, mate, do you actually work a lot? Or do you do nights or early mornings where you might look groggy? You know, like you're tired.
Bit like me.
I mean? Like, you might look like Mick now. Look at Kip and Mick. I reckon Mick looks like he's smashed about 10 pints there. But he's just unwell.
He's got the munchies, I know.
I know, yeah.
Oh, I'm not bad, though.
Oh.
But no, Zach, hey, I'd definitely have a little look in the mirror, lad. And maybe just get some more sleep. It could be that. What are you eating anyway, Mick? What flavour butty is it, lad?
That's another thing, though, isn't it? I'd rather not know what I've been reported for. If it's that major, they'll be in touch with me.
Yeah, true. Works the same way I Stansted as Heathrow and Gatwick. Oh, okay. So Ben's saying it's the same on all the airports now. Oh yeah, there's Chris from Thailand. Some Russian bird is sitting here by the pool, doesn't know I can speak Russian, and she's told her mate. She just told her mate, your accent is beautiful. Come on, Chris. You little smoothie. Look at it, mate.
I think he's talking about your accent.
What?
Your accent. He's watching us by the pool and he can hear us.
No, it'll be Chris's accent. He's a Scouser, isn't he? Won't skip. Oh yeah, but Chris will be talking.
Must be me then. Must be me. She likes a good old cockney.
No.
Must be me, eh? Must be me.
He likes the
oh,
cockney.
Betty.
Chris, speak back to them in Russian and say whose accent was beautiful. Was it yours, Chris? Was it Mark's? Or Man or Mix?
Can't be yours.
Let us know.
Mark.
You, Matty.
Oh, look, you, Matty. What can I say? Hey? What can I say? The Russians like the accent. Beautiful. Let's have a look. How's Thailand anyway, Chris? How's it treat you? One of the lads I know who's now one of our members, Mark, he's in Thailand at the moment. It must be a popular thing, that mustn't it? Thailand in January, Thailand and the Philippines and all that.
I wonder why they've gone.
Very popular this year. Well,
Who?
not this last year and into this year.
What is?
Thailand.
Oh, is it?
I'd like to go.
What's on your butty, by the way, Mick? Flipping starving here. Bacon butty? Come on, lad.
Red or brown sauce?
No.
Love it.
No, lad.
Yes.
No. No, I don't like it. It tastes like weird. Brown sauce is weird, man.
Why is it weird?
It's red all day.
Oh,
what a gooey egg.
2-year-old.
Brown sauce, mate. Tastes like dirt. Like brown dirt on me bacon. Ugh. Stop it.
Me 6-year-old eats tomato sauce.
What, 6-year-old cooks it?
Hey, I'll phone childline, mate, if you get me 6-year-old brown sauce.
Sometimes you
Minging.
have the brown sauce, to be fair.
Oh, and a runny egg.
Oh, lad, I'm starving, me, don't. I had a big bowl of porridge before I started as well.
Might have to go to Greg. Might have to go to Greg's office.
You know Martin? Martin up in Sunderland, one of our members. He spotted a bus. So I done an article on this on DM News, and it was, get on this, it was a bus. It was a bus that goes from the local bus stop and shuttle runs to the hospital. Now, this bus was driverless, completely AI-driven, driverless, right? There was no one on the bus. Now, there's no passengers on the bus either, right? So it was obviously, he was doing test runs. Do you know what I mean? But we always talked about AI cars and driverless taxis and Uber's driverless taxis and all that. But the fact that they're doing minibuses, I thought was just like a bit more wow. Do you know what I mean? Because like thinking of driverless, I was thinking minibus drivers would be safe. Do you know what I mean? It'd be all the little robo taxis, all the little 4-door cars. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that they're doing minibus shuttle runs to the hospital, driverless, I thought was pretty cool and thought to be a good thing to bring up. Do you know what I mean?
Minibus.
Full minibus. You know those minibus that you see that do the shuttle runs from the hospitals?
Yeah.
Like the NHS buses, like one of them.
What happens if
That
there's
is
a
mad,
medical
isn't it?
emergency?
What?
Scary, that.
So what happens if there's a medical emergency, like one of the old deers starts having a Connery?
Don't know. What's the driver going to do?
Phone an ambulance.
Stop. She's dying. Nearly there.
No, they've got to be first aid trained, don't they? To do.
What the driverless buses?
Oh. Oh. That's what I'm saying. When the driver does that job, they have to be first aid trained, haven't they? To a certain standard. For that.
Yeah, true. Unless they've got one of those Tesla robots in there as well.
You know what?
Elon Musk is taking everyone's jobs again.
Yeah. Elon.
Don't be dissing Elon, lad. Elon's flipping running America now. Elon! Hey, talking about driverless cars. Guys, I'm going to go to comments in a sec, guys. Talking about driverless cars. Uber's CEO, this is on DM News, by the way. Uber's CEO has come out and went, we'll be replacing humans in 10 years. Uber's CEO has said within 10 to 20 years, yeah, technically all Uber drivers will be like, see you later. You won't have any work because you're going to be replaced by AI cars.
Are you surprised?
So how does that make you feel?
Are you surprised?
Then I'm retiring in 10 years' time then.
You're not. You're being airport for someone else, so...
You'll be all right. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just talking about Uber in general. Do you know what I mean? There's still be local companies that you can go to and everything else. But still, the fact that the CEO, like, why, if you're the CEO and you had a million drivers up and down the world or whatever, and you just come out and go, listen, you will be sacked in 10 years.
It's not on me, don't know,
hard work, guys, but you got 10 years. So go job shopping because you'll be gone. You'll be jobless in 10 years. Like, where's your future prospect there, like? Do you know what I mean? But we all knew it was coming. It was the fact that the CEOs had blatantly come out and went, yeah, get a new job soon, guys. Because the robots are coming. The robots are coming. Do you know what I mean? No. I just thought it was a bit wacky that the CEOs come out and, said it.
It's not on me.
I'm in Bangkok now, going to Pattaya tomorrow. I come every year, Matty, always for 3 months. It's more and more popular with Scousers now. I was like this. Yeah, it is, Kev. Always brown sauce in the south of England. Thank you, Kev. Thank you. So Mark, who's the obviously the temporary northerner, and Mick, hidden southerner. Yeah, there you go. Look, Kev has already said it. Brown sauce, south, ketchup, north.
No.
I've just said it is, so that's it now. It's fact. It's on the line. It's on the line, lad. You guys, hope you are all good. How you finding the rates on Uber at the moment? Is it just me getting £1 per mile every job offer? For some, even less, yeah, mate. So what happens is Uber's dynamic pricing. We've covered this loads, but Uber's dynamic pricing. They'll try and charge the customer less and pay the drivers less. especially when it's quiet or there's too many drivers. So during February and January, it's very quiet, so you're going to get crap rates. You only get good rates when it's busy, and Uber increases the rate to get the job covered. Do you know what I mean? So while it's quiet and while it's dead, you're just going to get crap rates, mate. And going forward, I think with Uber, you're just going to get crap rates in the end anyway.
Yep.
So you're either happy or not. Do you know what I mean? Accept the job and go for it, or go elsewhere. But don't worry, lads. In 10 years, you'll be replaced, lad. So it's all good. Uber CEO confirmed it.
Don't work on a farm then.
Listen, Mark, we forgot to mention, by the way, we talked about Mick. You're super tired. Why are you super tired? What have you done today? Get after there.
Just some airport runs. Got back about 8:30 this morning. Took wife to work. Be on here.
So what time did you get up?
Just before 2.
What time did you go to bed?
I went to bed about 9. I think last time I looked at the clock, we're about
5 to
12. Put down about 2.5 hours sleep.
Oh, mate, how'd you do it, lad? Honestly, I fell asleep at 12:30 last night. Couldn't get sleep. My head was going a million miles an hour. And I woke up at 6:30 and I feel hungover. And that's like 6 hours sleep, mate.
I'm reverse. If I have too much sleep, I feel crap. I feel groggy.
So what are you going to do now?
That's because you're not used to it.
Hey, Mick, what do you reckon he's going to do after this podcast, lad?
Go to work on Uber.
Mark, what are you doing after this podcast, lad?
Right. As I explained earlier, I've got about 4 miles left in my car, so I need to go to the petrol station. So I'm leaving my house. I then need to go to Meadow Hall. I need to go to Meadow Hall to pay some money and have a little walk around and do some bits. And while I'm out, I might take my work phone and I might sign on. I might do.
Lad, you're an animal.
90% I will, 10% I won't.
I'm more the other way around me.
What?
Derby day on Wednesday.
What? Yeah, 90% no, 10% yeah. What are you saying, Snotty?
Derby day Wednesday, innit?
Oh, it is,
Ooh. Yeah, but you know what, though? Hey, I know it sounds mad, but like sometimes the Derby days, it doesn't seem that he, obviously it's shocking, like, but do you know what I mean? Like on bookings and stuff, like I've got no bookings for Wednesday, like fans flying in and stuff. Is it just because everyone just walks?
No, because
gets a lift from the...
It's because it's at Everton's ground, that's why.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why you haven't got bookings.
Possibly.
Why is that?
Because
when Liverpool's at home, mate, we always get like airports coming in and footy fans flying in and everything else. So I'm busy when Liverpool's at home. When Everton's at home, you get the odd one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but like all the footy fans, they either walk or they get lifts off the wives and stuff like that, or the husbands and stuff. Where when Liverpool play, it's all international followers fly in and drive in and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But normally, it feels like on Derby day, it'll be busy, like. But it feels like on Derby day, doesn't it, Mick? Like everyone will be driving or walking.
It'll be busy
or like...
on the day because there's plenty of people that come into the city for it. Do you know what I mean? Like
the vibe and that.
I picked up. Maybe he mightn't be here for the Derby, but on the weekend I picked up a lad from the Premier Inn on Northern Perimeter up in Everton and took him into town. But I come down Bank Hallway and he said, "Are we going to go past Bramley Moor?" I said, "Yeah, no worries. I'll do a little detour for you so you can see it as well." And he was an Evertonian from down south somewhere, and he was in for the FA Cup game. So you'll get people coming in. I mean, Everton should have international followers, and I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh, they do. They just don't have as much, do they?
I don't think it's on the scale of what Liverpool do.
Yeah, that's why I don't notice that. Like, I've seen the odd one from America because I think because of was it like Tim Howard and all them back in the day. You know, they got the American fans, and stuff like that, and then like certain others. Do you know what I mean? But mainly, it's just mainly the international following of Liverpool that brings in the traffic to the city. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think I'll be working. I don't think I'll be working at Derby. I might work the morning rush, but I won't be working.
It's a good week, really, when you think about it, because you've got Derby Day Wednesday, you've got Valentine's Day on Friday.
Can't work Valentine's, mate.
Why not?
Support the people.
And then you've got Liverpool at home again on Sunday.
Ooh. Yeah, support the people, Vic. The strike's on Friday, mate.
Ain't there a strike tomorrow, no?
No, I
Even
think
better.
Yeah.
Now we'll be waiting.
no, the strike tomorrow. ACDC, the one that done took Uber to court and made Uber great. Do you remember them guys? So they're doing the strike tomorrow. I think it's a picket outside. I think down Birmingham, West Midlands. I think West Midlands. But no, it's a national strike on Friday. So all self-employed drivers get together and strike. But no, I don't normally work. I don't normally work.
To change
What? Sorry?
To change the strike to change.
What's the strike for?
Oh, to get better pay.
Yeah, so it's going to
They're
change.
replacing us. They're replacing us, aren't they? So
it's going to change. Can I have permission to swear?
What?
Fuck all.
Lad, do you know what I'm going to do? Mick, do you know what I'm going to do, right?
Thanks.
Hey, do you know what I'm going to do? Right? On Friday, I'm going to check the passenger app. And it shows you the closest drivers. I'm going to check the passenger app in different areas and see how the strike has affected Uber. Because like I said, the only way the strike's going to benefit is if everyone does it. So there's an impact. The problem you've got when you've got skint drivers who are self-employed, who run their own business, getting them to strike on the day, it's just not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And that's my opinion.
Anyway.
What?
It's not going to change anything anyway.
Or because 300 people have gone on strike. There's 300 people gone on strike. There'd be about 4,000 people working. It ain't gonna happen. It's not.
I'm telling you, everyone I've seen on like Facebook groups and stuff like that, and like the Uber groups, people go, "Who's striking?" and every comment's like, "Behave, behave. We're self-employed. Get a grip. I'll be working. If there's a strike, I'll definitely be working." I reckon the strike is going to make it less busy because everyone's going to be working because everyone believes that there's no one going to be working. Honestly, I've done videos on this quite a bit, and like people have always gone and had to go at me. Why aren't you supporting us and all this?
How long are they striking for?
I think 24. I think for the day, mate.
Is it?
Hmm.
Not going to change.
No, is it? It's not. Is it? It's 1 while 6 in it, something like that, isn't it?
No, I don't know. I think someone else is.
I tell you what, let's all strike in the dead hours when no one's phoning.
Hey, ready? This is the Uber passenger on Valentine's. Ready? Oh, no one's picking up. One sec. Oh, crap. Alfie, can I have a taxi, please, mate? Going to the restaurants. Thank you. Nothing. Like, what's changed? Like, what's changed? The strike's going to make the Alpha drivers busy.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? The passenger's not going to be. The passenger's not going to be like put out, is it?
Probably going to cost us more than anything.
Well, it's going to cost the lads who are going to strike.
Well, yeah, and if it does make an impact, which it's not going to make any impact anyway, because you'll still be able to get an Uber. But even if it did, all you're going to do is damage yourself, because that customer who's normally booking an Uber is going to go to the local firm and then probably stay with the local firm until he's let down by the local firm.
Or get on this. Or what will happen is there'll be less drivers out on Valentine's, right? So all those drivers will miss out, and the ones that stay out, there'll be a surge, pricing, and then Uber gets more commission from the surging.
I'm telling you now, if there's a strike on, and then them drivers switch that app on and see a surge, they're just going to go, "I'm logging on."
Yeah. I know. That's what I've been saying. But how funny is that, though? Uber's like, "Oh, we've got too many drivers. Let's organise a strike to get rid of the drivers. So the surges, the passengers pay more, and we get more commission. Let's go." Do you know what I mean? And do something along those lines. Lee, could we not purchase one of these self-driving cars and have them work for us, like, in 10 years? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably cost about $500,000 or something. Anything to do with the fact when Liverpool are at home, 59% of them are tourists. Used to be Man U that got the tourists. Morning, by the way, Martin. Leave United out of it, Leeds, but did you say AC/DC? I love back in black. Cracking tune. Will the AC/DC union be paying for the driver strike pay? Leeds, but people have bills to pay, cats to pay for. Not going to happen. Meow. But honestly, I just can't see it, mate. I can't see it. I don't do much Uber anyway, so I probably won't be working it. But it'd be funny though. It'd be funny if I might actually work and do a video just to annoy everyone. I'll go live on. Do you know what? I'll go live on Valentine's while working.
Just
Flipping, pulling up.
your video title: Uber Strike Day. Let's see how much I can earn.
Honestly, I'll go live, right? And the live would be the most popular live ever because everyone's sat at home watching me work. Oh, mate, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Oh, mate, that is so funny. No, but you know what I'm going to do? Do you know what I might do? I'll do a video and I'll do Uber Strike February. How much did I earn? Right? You know, a bit of clickbait, yeah. And then what it is, I'm going to do a video and just see the passengers and see how many Uber, cars in there buying stuff. Because if you even now, I could book a passenger Uber now, Manchester Piccadilly, going to Manchester Airport, and it'll show me the drivers around Manchester Piccadilly. So I'm literally just going to go there one day and just randomly pick hotels, train stations, and take pictures of them and see if the strike made a difference throughout the day. That's what I'm going to do. And I go, who struck? And everyone goes, yeah, me. And I go, right, well, there's all the drivers that didn't. And it didn't affect anything. And you just wasted your time. Yeah. So next time you go for a strike, do us a favour, just do what you need to do. Because you're self-employed and just crack.
It's just not going to make an impact. If you could guarantee me every single driver was going to log off, and we were going to get something out of it,
100%,
then maybe I'll join in. But there's no guarantee of it, and it's never going to happen.
I worked for Liverpool Council good few years ago, and there were strike actions there, and it worked. And we all went on a picket, and we were all paid. We were all covered with benefits. We couldn't get sacked. We were all still paid. It was within the working hours. It was like agreed, a verified strike. Yeah? They work. They do. They work. Don't they?
Yeah, well, that's
what they don't work
against employment, aren't you?
Yeah, it's an employment right. It's secure. It's back. You're paid. Imagine going to a building site, going, "Hey, brickies, let's have next Wednesday off, guys." So they increase the price of brick. It's not a behaviour. It is. Got a late brick, lad. Do you know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's just the way the self-employment life is. Do you know what I mean? Martin, defo get plenty of app interaction if you do that. A lot of comments will likely to get me moved due to language. That is correct, Martin. I might go live on TikTok. Be funny, that, mate. Just for the banter.
You'll get banned off TikTok.
What?
You'll get banned off TikTok.
But I'm up to now. Oh, you know what I want to ask is? I done an article and I asked loads of people. How many miles on average do you do? Like, obviously, I know Mick's been doing mixture of Uber and airports. You mainly do airports. But on average, how many miles do you do a week? Would you, as a guesstimate?
I think I only done one private this week.
Okay, so mainly Uber.
Yeah, I ended up doing one private because I wanted to work the hours I wanted to work, and the private work wasn't within the hours I wanted to work, so I just gave it away. I put Holler 50 quid to fill my tank. That's less than half of what I was putting in my bus, and I'm getting the same amount of miles from a full tank in the bus.
People don't realise the expenses, Mick, do they? The difference in expenses is crazy.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it properly, but I know I got I filled my tank, and my tank said 545 in. And I filled it up again Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night.
So what do you have about 600 miles?
So from Monday to Saturday night, I've done 545. Probably more because that's only my petrol, isn't it? I get the EV on top, so
I reckon what, 600-700 say?
600-700 doing Uber, yeah. Obviously, I had a couple of airports because I got one off Uber and one off myself. So,
how about yourself, Mark? 7,000.
I was just thinking. I think I did.
I have been to Blackpool as well, haven't I? Because my daughter's
I think I did about 1,300 miles last week. But I had that Southampton and no, more than that. About 1,400. Did Stansted and Southampton last week, didn't I? So
Unbelievable.
I've always looked at it 1,000 a week. That's the way I see it.
I say full-time driver, I'd say 1,000 a week. And to be honest, I done an article on DM News and done a full breakdown and everyone commented. It's actually worked out to that. A lot of people said between 800 and 1,200, depending on how much they work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to do an average of about 1,000 a week when I was doing Uber and airports. It's dropped down now to like 70 a week.
Yeah.
No, it's dropped down now depending on my airports, do you know what I mean? Because I'm not doing much Uber at all now.
In winter, I'm doing probably doing on average about 1,000 to 1,200 a week, and in summer anything between 1,300 and 1,700 a week.
Yeah, summer's crazy, man. Do you know what I mean?
I like
You know what,
summers.
Mick?
I'm working all the time.
Yeah, no, you do your big greedy sod. Hey, what I want to ask you, Mick, is you've just recently changed, and it's a big question. And I asked you this in the past when you were a big avid bus user. Going forward, yeah, would you get a bus? I don't mean you personally. I just mean just a person coming on now, ready to go. Would you get a bus or a car?
Car.
Always changed. It's
Right.
always been bus, hasn't it?
Would it be diesel or hybrid?
What car?
Yeah.
What do you understand? It's full lecky.
Whoa! I'm sorry. You're going to see suicide now. I'm jumping out window.
Yeah, but just not a Tesla.
Yeah.
No, it for me, it's I'm living in a terraced house, can't charge at home, no drive and stuff. It's self-charging hybrid, isn't it? If you've got to drive and you can self-charge, I'd go lecky. Don't see why not. Especially this day and age, the prices of Uber and things like that. It's moving towards.
Mark's face is fucking. I'm gobsmacked. I know sport. The minute. Guys, you don't understand. If you only just recently started watching this, right? Honest to God, 6 months ago, yeah, Mick was pro bus, didn't even like cars.
A month ago, not 6 months ago, a month ago, probably even 3 weeks ago.
Oh, mate, I love it. Now, I know he's not an Elon fan, and I know it won't be Tesla, but that's what I'm trying to say. It is very, I've said this from day one, electric is very situational. Do you know what I mean? Mick is right. I would not go electric if you can't charge at home overnight.
No.
You can't. It's not worth it. But if you can charge at home overnight and your charge will last you most of your shift, then I'd go electric myself personally. Well, I am anyway, but myself. And you're right, Nick, especially if you're doing the private hire game, innit?
Yeah, if you're in the Uber game, and even locals, to be fair, you've literally got to look at what it's the reason why I've sold my bus is because I've said to myself, well, I want to work these hours, no matter what, whether I pass out as an instructor or not. If I stay in the taxi game, I want to be doing these hours, what I want to do, and them hours favour a car and Uber.
Yeah.
So my most income is going to be coming from Uber and where car work is. Why should they sit in a big diesel fat minibus paying 140, 200 quid a week in diesel to run round the streets doing Uber?
Mate, when people say to me, what are you doing driving in a Tesla Model S? Like, my finance is 700 quid a month, which is stupid. You can get a lot cheaper, by the way. This is stupid, right? But when I swapped from my Tesla Model S, which is 700 quid a month, to £80 electric, I was paying there 600 quid a month in my diesel Skoda.
Yeah.
So just swapping those two diesel to electric, the diesel saving is nearly paying for the full finance of my car and my lecky charge. Now, if I went out and bought a 15 grand Model 3, right, your finance will be 200, 300 quid a month, plus your 80 quid lecky, 400 quid. Literally, your diesel saving would pay for your full car, and that's what people don't get. Do you know what I mean? I'm not on about going and get a stupid Model S for stupid money. That's me being stupid, mainly for content and everything else. Put me aside. You can get a second-hand MG5 now for like 10 grand. Do you know what I mean? Like now with the second-hand market, the big, massive upfront cost of EVs is gone.
Yeah, I mean,
Get a second hand, honestly.
looking at me, if I done, let's go on 1,000 miles, right? You're probably looking about 70 quid for my diesel. I mean, for me hybrid to do that 10,000 miles. In my minibus, you're looking 200 quid, 180 quid a
For
week.
1,000 miles, for me, is 20.
That's 100,
20.
so 100, 130 quid a week savings in diesel.
That's what I mean. But as I said, I know the minibus is great between the end of flipping what?
April.
If you're working nights,
End of May to August, I'd say, beginning of
Yeah.
September.
3
you're
months.
minibus
working
thrives.
nights and you're well in with an airport transfer company, then a minibus is the way forward. You know what I mean? Maybe go and get
I still don't think that though. Even if you're in with the thingy, like I reckon Mick is still my Mark, who's very busy with in the company. He's cleaning up under lower cost. Look at his hybrid. He's done how many miles did you do last week? 1,300 miles. Yeah. How much petrol did you put in your Corolla?
85.
Just
85
a guess.
quid. 85, 100 quid. 85.
Mick, how much diesel would you put in your bus for 1,300 mile? As a guess.
in my minibus.
No, I'd say about 100 quid, mate. I felt about 100 quid for that, 1,300.
1,300 shows. No, you're looking 250.
I'm saving it.
650.
I'm saving between 100 and 150 quid a week.
For a full tank, around 650, 700.
And then you're saving on the fuel. You're saving on the insurance because obviously less passengers. You're probably saving on the repairs because it's a smaller car. It's not chugging all the weight. That's why the minibuses are so unreliable, because they're chugging so much weight around with the people and everything else. Its wear and tear is a lot higher than a little hybrid car.
I still think he's paying in a diesel car. You compare that to your
No, he's in a Corolla, isn't he? How's your Corolla diesel?
Petrol hybrid.
I thought it was. Yours a hybrid, isn't it?
Hybrid. Yeah, but
he's doing 70 miles per gallon, Mick. He's doing better than yours in your Kia.
Yeah, but I still think a minibus for a minibus company. It's like I look at my work now. There's still work out for that, and then if you're going to fill the gaps with Uber and do nights as well.
So what do you reckon? If you're in with the airport companies, still get a bus.
Yeah,
but if you just want to bounce around on Uber, get your electric or your hybrid.
Why not go and get a self-charging minibus?
Go on, name one.
Well, there's definitely hybrid minibuses out there, isn't there? I'm sure John Richards used to have one.
I had the flipping Ford Tornado 1 litre plug-in hybrid minibus.
Plug-in hybrid, is it?
Yeah, yeah, the one I had. And then once the 40-mile electric range was going, it was doing 8 miles per gallon. I promise you, outside, like I'm on a full-size minibus. There is no viable hybrid that I know of. There's a diesel hybrid one, Ford Tornado. But it's still, they're not viable in no way can make comparison to a car, mate. Still, to this day. You've got EV buses now, but then like the range is awful. Do you know what I mean? You need a 300-mile plus range minibus. Do you know what I mean? And I just think what you're saying is, I think it's just a hybrid. Let me just go for the comments because there's loads. One sec. Right, would a petition not work better than a strike? To be honest, Lee, if I was going to organise a strike or a stand or anything to do with fighting the rights of Uber, myself personally, which I still think is pointless because Uber's just a supplier of work to us because we're private hire drivers. I'd just go and find a new supplier if I weren't happy, myself personally. But if it was going to cause as much mayhem to Uber, I would try and impact the drivers least as possible, which will then you get a better support. So instead of trying to tell all the drivers to strike on the first busy public holiday of the year after suffering through January, yourself personally, you're not going to get many people signing up. What you should do if you're going to get a strike and make an impact is go for a Tuesday afternoon between 10 and 2 p.m. and go, everyone turn off between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. There's still passengers that will get let down. It'll still make a difference. It'll still pop up on Uber's system. Why is the demand randomly gone up between these hours? And then they'll recognise and go, whoa, what's going on here? and the drivers will be least impacted. Do you know what I mean? If someone said to me, if I'm a full-time Uber driver and someone said to me, "Oh, do us a favour, mate, we just strike New Year's Eve, mate." No. But if you strike next Tuesday on a random crappy Tuesday midday, yeah, I'd strike. I don't even believe in a strike, but I'd strike. It's not my working hours. But you get me? There's got to be better ways if you want to make a big point. Raf, I think Mark meant to say 13,000 miles. That sounds about right, mate, yeah. Murph, do you think the new petrol station non-Stafford Go in Kirkdale will help drive prices down? Possibly, mate, but when Go done the big discounts, was it last week, Mick, in Liverpool? I don't know if they do the same at Mark, but Go done a massive price reduction, like offer, for like one day only. Everyone was queuing up. There was a few taxi drivers that complained that they broke down the next day after filling up. I'm not saying that was the direct cause. I'm just saying, like, be careful. How many miles do you reckon you'll get out of your new car, Mick, at that rate? 1,000 miles a week, 3 years, 50,000 miles a year, 150,000 miles total. I'll answer, Mick, dead easy. It's settling. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Zah used to do well in the Tornado and Uber, but that was before it got saturated. Yeah, you could do really good Excel before the dynamic pricing come in, mate. So what you're saying is if you're doing Friday, Saturday nights and big events around full-time airport work as a bus, is viable as long as you're not doing much Uber X. Yeah. The problem you've got with a minibus with the running costs is doing Uber X pricing. It's just not worth it. By the time you turn your engine on and do a 10-mile job for 10 quid or 11 quid, you've used all your flipping expenses up. It's not worth it. The Toyota Estima, yeah, it's like a hybrid Ford Galaxy, don't mate, isn't it? It's not like a full-size minibus, like you do 8 passengers and load of luggage, you know what I mean? But that's a good point, though, Mick, innit? What Live is saying about your car. Well, your car's bought, Mick, Mark, innit? So your car's a little bit thingy. But doing the amount of miles, Mick, you're settling, aren't you?
I'm in settle car, so it doesn't bother me.
So it doesn't affect you, but the mileage does affect Mark, obviously.
Yeah, it's a different thingy when you own your car, and this is another
Should you settle? We talked about this loads last week, didn't we?
pros and cons, isn't it, against settling and all?
Mark, what was your mileage on your E-Class when you got rid?
To 200 and something, can't remember now. 230,000.
Was it? And it was still going strong and all that?
Mm.
They are good makes, aren't they?
The make, so you'll get
It's like
out
a
of a
tank.
car, you've got to be getting 400.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quickly make, anyway.
They're proper tanks.
Martin's put, there's lads up here, he's in the northeast, by the way, threatening to book Ubers on Friday, and then when they pull up, cancel them and flag a safety issue and get drivers off the road if they break the strike.
Oh, nice.
Lovely.
That's good, isn't it?
Lovely.
It's really nice, that, isn't it?
Positive, that man, isn't it? Positive.
That just
Jesus,
shows
'cause
that just shows what some taxi drivers are like.
Honestly, I done a video and I said, listen, I won't be working Valentine's because I don't normally work public holiday anyway, because I'm not going out on a public holiday on a pound a mile anyway. So I don't normally work holidays anyway. I have to chill with the family or the wife or whatever. So I said, I won't be working Valentine's. I went, but myself personally, I don't believe strike's viable. Do you know what I mean? You're asking people to strike on a first public holiday of the year when they're all skint. You're not going to get people jumping on. We're self-employed. There's no benefits. There's not going to make a difference. Nothing's going to change. Everyone was like, bloody hell, Matty, should be spreading positivity. No, I'm not here to spread a positive. Come on, guys, let's all hug, come by here. I share my opinion online. That's it. I'm not here to let's get behind me. I'm not that type of person. I literally just say the way it is. And you like it or you lump it, do you know what I mean? And it's just my platform. I share my opinion. You might like it, you might not. That's the whole joy of an opinion. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, honestly, the amount of negativity I got off that post saying that the strike's pointless was unreal. I done another one the next day because it was really good on the algorithm. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, honestly. So just to clarify, just to nip the strike in the butt, Mark, are you striking Friday? Ooh, Mick, are you striking Friday?
No.
Are you going to work Friday?
Yes.
Are you going to work Friday, Mark, on Uber? This is live to hundreds of
I
people.
was planning
Yeah.
on working Friday anyway, strike or no strike. That was
All
that
depends
was
what
my hours
climates
this
I
week.
get in today.
What?
I'm
You
on a
take
challenge for 800 quid for 40 hours. I am not missing Friday.
You'll
Wait
do
there, wait
800.
there,
You'll do 800
wait
quid
there,
on Friday.
wait there. Nick, you should strike, mate. Yeah, I agree. Don't be working that busy holiday on that challenge. Let me just go through the thing, what we can. I think we covered everything anyway. Oh, we've got through the list. Go on. What a successful podcast so far. We have hit the list. Let me just go for the thingy. Adam, working last Saturday night in Birmingham. I just turned off UberX in the app and did comfort rides. Plenty of offers, much better rates. Adam, I actually done a video on that, mate. So what happens is, can I just get back on Patreon? I've started a little mini series, and it's only for the Patreon subscribers. Just little tips and tricks on Uber and what and that. And that was one of the tips. By the way, if you want to join Patreon, go to Driver Matty. It's a great support, and I'm going to try and build a community within Patreon. So please go check it out at drivermatty.com. But yeah, I've actually mentioned that in one of the videos, and it was literally that. When it's busy, get rid of the crap or lower fare paying jobs and try and keep it going. Do you know what I mean? So if it's dead busy like the footy's on, I might turn it all off and leave comfort and exec on. Or I know some people will turn X off and leave X priority on. Stuff like that. Just get a little extra bang for the buck. If there's constant jobs pinging through, that's when you can just turn it off. How many miles would you look to get out to your new car, Mark, before you look and getting rid, mate?
Don't know, but I'm intending to have it for about 3 or 4 years, so whatever, really. Just hope the engine don't blow up.
This is the thing when you're own, isn't it? It's
Toyota. Toyota's bulletproof, mate. It's one of the best brands on the planet. That's why I say, Mick, sorry.
This is the thing when you own a car, isn't it? And you've got on finance. You're basically looking at the car, thinking, I hope I just see the finance out on it. That's it.
Yeah. Mate, you hit the nail on the head. Both my cars are out of finance. I still got the air suspension problem with my Tesla, and my wife's just got a problem with her Tesla this week, the Model 3, and it's got like a weird squeaky suspension. I contacted Uber, and I've got it booked in for 2 weeks' time to get it fixed outside of warranty. But to go weirdly, Uber's quoted me. Get on this, 190 quid.
Uber?
Right?
You mean Tesla?
Sorry, Tesla, sorry.
Thinking,
190. Tesla's quoted me 190 quid for 2 drive suspension arms fitted. And I messaged him and went, lads, you charge £160 per hour labour. How are you getting me 2 arms? And I looked into it, right? The 2 arms are 80 quid each, so 160. They're charging me 12 quid labour to fit them.
£12.
£12 labour. No diagnosis charges, nothing.
I think they've missed
Don't
a
you
note
think
off that.
They haven't applied. I think it's because it's a well-known common fault with the Model 3s. Do you think they're just doing a discounted rate because it's a well-known fault, or what?
What, £12?
£12.
I just think they've missed a zero off that. The zero weren't working on the computer.
I'm all happy with it. Lad, if I dropped that off and it's 2 ton, mate, I'd be flipping buzzing. Honestly. But yeah, I was like proper shocked, like. Why is it so cheap? But I reckon because it's that, because it's a common fault. They've just done a dead discount, do you know what I mean? Lee, I've just hit 250k in the Aventus. Lee, the bulletproof the Toyotas, mate. It's a very specific group of lads, and I'm not going to say which group, but they don't tend to work Friday afternoons anyway. Okay, man, and that's why the strike's on then, is it? Okay. Raf, go on, Mick, equals winner. Shut up, Raf. Don't actually, no, I love you, Raf. He become a Patreon member. I like Raf. How far in advance are you looking private jobs booked in? An event, he gets his booked in weekly live. Didn't put the magnets on the new car, but we'll be dusting them off and putting them on Friday. Nice, Martin. So Martin hasn't made the Uber in his car, but he's going specifically out on Friday. That's funny, that, mate. Honestly. But where's the solidarity? Where's the fight? Let's join together and take on the multi-billion-pound company.
That's what I mean. Let's strike on Friday and I haven't worked for 2 weeks on Uber. I'll work on Friday.
Oh, God, mate, honestly. Wait till you see my YouTube video, guys. To have a Matty chocker during strike. Tell Mick I done William, Mick and me, mate. But I'll tell him anyway. Tell Mick I done 840 last week, 41 hours on days.
Told you, Matty. Be done.
Big Willie done it. Willie, where you working, kid? What area? But yeah, I told you. I don't think you're on about that. I said it's dead easy. We said it's dead easy to do 40 hours, 800 quid, 40 hours. I suggested you do that.
You've given in already.
I told you it's dead easy. Shut up. Shut up, Big Willie. All right.
See, that's the thing is as well. You've got even if you come short of 800 quid, you've got to think it's the worst hours. I'm okay. Yeah,
No, come on.
It's going to be
no. Realistically, mate. Last week when you did when you hit your 30 and 60,
yeah,
you done a couple of days, including the dead hours, but mostly was afternoon and evening rush hour, wasn't it?
Right. Well,
yeah. If you look back now, you done a couple of hours in the dead hours. I think it was on a Monday. There's mainly evenings and rush hours and weekends. What I meant was, if you could do 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, would you hit your 40?
That's what I have done. Tuesday I done 9 till 1. Wednesday I done 9 till 5. Yeah, I had to go out and top it up in the evening on a Wednesday. But Thursday and Friday I done 9 till 4. And then Saturday I done 6 till 10. And that was the only hours of work.
That's all sense. Big Willie's in Liverpool. Go on, lad. Who you placing with? Just to get a little bit of conversation started.
I'd like to see what you do 9-5, Monday to Friday.
See, I've actually talked, because like obviously the big conversation is how it compares, doesn't it, to a 9 till 5.
Yeah,
I'd love, but I can't because I've got to do the afternoon school runs. But I would love anyone, or we could speak to someone who can organise it. If you go online at 9 a.m. and you go offline at 5 p.m, right? Yeah. Have your dinner and everything in the car, so you're out the house, and Monday to Friday, and then just show it on the app at the end of the week. That would be an amazing test, wouldn't it? But I've got to do the afternoon school run, so I can't do it. Or the only other option is I could do it while the kids are off to half term.
I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to do it 1 week, definitely. I think.
Don't you have to do the afternoon school run, Nick?
Well, no, I have my lad who finishes. Well, it won't be. I won't be able to do it till 5, but it'll be finishing 4-5. I need to get it for just before 5.
No, you should do the morning school run, money.
But at the end of the day, it's you've got to look at it. It'll be a 9-4 anyway because you'll be having a break.
An hour's break. Well, what's 9-4 times 5?
9-4 times 5. You take 5 hours
7
off.
7 hours.
35 hours. It'd be interesting to see. That'll be interesting to see. Liver asked how many hours has Willie worked. Start till 7 in the morning around Liverpool, mate. Yeah, so you're doing a full days. You start in the morning rush, you finish at the end of the evening rush, do you? I did it in the dead hours and 38 hours. Yeah, but you're down south, mate. Doesn't count. We're on about the Northerners. The Starks.
You're on the untouched area.
Yeah, we're in the touched, mate, not the untouched. Why don't you do it including school run and work 8-6 with a couple of breaks? Because we've got school runs and that, mate.
Got our own kids.
What do you tell them? What?
Got our kids. See, I think personally, like we've constantly said it's not a 9-5 job, so I don't think you could make a minimum wage work a 9-5. I think you won't be far off it. I think you could make a living. Some people could make a living out of it if you're not the sole income. If you're not the sole income breadwinner of your house and all that, I think you could make a living off doing 9-5.
No chance, mate. This is it now. We're setting it. New rules. Mick saying it's possible. Mark saying it's not. 9-5 Monday to Friday. You think you can earn a living wage?
I think you can earn. I think you can earn a living. Like I say, if you're not the sole income of the,
but it's not a living then, is it?
It is, Mick. Right? I put a screenshot on that WhatsApp group. What day was it? Thursday, and you laughed at me because I rejected 38 jobs. right?
Yeah.
And you rejected.
Oh, I remember that.
No, there were 38 jobs offered, and you had 14 jobs offered. And I said, out of that 38, probably 30 of them were probably about 13, 14 mile away for about £4. I won't do that.
Because
But
you're
I don't do
untouched.
that. I don't do that.
Yeah, because that's what I'm trying to say, Mick. We don't get them because we're touched. No, the reason we don't get them is because there's drivers in between those fares. And you know what I mean? So what happens is Mark is here and he'll get a job up the motorway here, 10 mile up the motorway, because there's no drivers in between.
No,
We're,
I get why he's getting them, but
between these two distances, there's 4,562 drivers in between these two jobs. Do you know what I mean? And that's why he gets all those crazy job offers. Like, I'm not even messing. Rewind before COVID. I live on the east side of Liverpool, right near the motorway junctions, and I used to get offers all the time, far away. You know, up to like the next junction or the two junctions up the motorway, all the time. I never get that now, and it's because there's drivers now everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And that's what's happening with Mark. Eventually, obviously, Sheffield will catch up. Do you know what I mean? But like that's the reason why Mark gets so many jobs. That's just unacceptable because he gets. There's not enough drivers for the demand in Sheffield. Fresh batch of Uber drivers en route from Dr. Congo. I need to start pre-reading these comments, mate. It looks like Mick is in the bathroom with a shower curtain behind him. Yeah, he's just it's his green screen. And I know that's what I'm saying. Still doing your kids' school runs and working on them. And work till 6. I know, which is a little bit more complicated, isn't it? Because we're having time off in between. Morning, Gareth. How are we, mate? Most people who do 9 till 5 have 30-minute lunch break and have at least 30-minute commute both ways. So 9 to 5 is actually more 8:30 till 5:30 with the commute built in. That's true. Anthony, packing in, lad. I nearly read that one. As soon as I seen Anthony, I was like, I'm not reading it. Stop it. Behave yourself. But yeah, I reckon. So you reckon 9 till 5 is possible, Mick?
I mean, Thursday, Friday, and then Tuesday, I was on. What would you say? Over £100 a day, or £100 a day?
Yeah, but if you just say you've done £500 in 35 hours before expenses.
Well, Thursday I done 140 for 9,494. Same
I was lucky though,
Friday.
weren't it? Doing a man earning that.
Thursday I done it was not on special, isn't it? Wednesday was me.
I don't know. We're never going to agree to disagree, are we? That's the thing. We're just never going to.
That's the thing with Uber, the taxi trade in general. You never know.
Yeah.
Every day is different.
No, yeah, mate. I could go out. I could turn my app on now and get a job to flipping Wales.
But this is
Or I could turn my app on now and get like a job for 2 hours.
You could get someone who's outpaid the car and only paying the diesel and insurance costs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying you can make. I think you could get someone making a living off doing it, but it is situational. I don't think I could with settling a vehicle because I've got a £300 over it as soon as I turn my engine on.
Is that your fuel and settle?
Yeah, for the week. Yeah, fuel and settle.
So what did you earn last week then? You done £600?
620
for 30 hours.
Yeah.
Minus £300.
Yeah.
So you done £300, 30 hours.
£300 take home for 30 hours, yeah.
Plus and minus
£10 an hour before your tax and all that, isn't it? Well, you wouldn't have any. I don't think you'd have any tax for that. That just proves it straight away, 50% straight off, innit? But obviously, more you work, more that expense is diluted.
Yeah.
And I've said this from day one, and that's why people say about part-time and full-time. I've said this for loads of times now. More you work, more profits percentage you make. So the lads that are doing 60, 70 hours a week, they are probably bringing in a good profit.
Right. Yeah.
Because the upfront cost is diluted within that full amount, innit? But like you make when you've done 30 hours a week in a settle car, it's work for you. Obviously, I know you got your card and all that, but do you know what I mean? You bank £30. And that's not including any other spends, like eating food while you're out, if you're
Oh
getting
no, I
car
get that.
washes, stuff
But
like
I
that.
only done 30 hours, and this is what we've always said anyway. We've always sat here and said it's not a 9 to 5 job, and you've got to be putting your hours in. Do you know what I mean? So we are right when we say that. You have got to do that. That's a given. But
Yeah.
the fact
I reckon
the fact
50,
that
mate.
your baseline is next to, I think the worst hours you can pick from the job is probably 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and and that is like borderline possibility of being close to minimum wage, depending on what your situation is. Do you know what I mean? How much, is your car paid outright? Have you got a decent deal on your car? Is your diesel less? Is your petrol less? All that part there. Yeah, I think the baseline of the job being close to minimum wage is good, because there's you're telling me a 9 to 5 job who's what, it's only office workers that really do that. If you go and work in an Asda and stuff, you're probably going to be working till 10 o'clock at night. But
No, like I said,
if you do 310s on the taxis, you'll be beating the local Asda worker.
will you?
Yeah, if you're doing, what's an 8-hour shift if you were doing afternoons in Asda?
Normally it's early morning, isn't it? So it's only like 6.
Finished, isn't it? Because they have to
6
close
till.
up. And,
Well, it's like 6 till 4. Say, or 4 till. Yeah, it's like 6 till 4, isn't it? Something like that. But it's only 12 hours, isn't it? Stuff like that.
well, there's
Do you
another
know what I
one.
mean?
If you're doing 4 12-hour shifts,
We're gonna have to do some challenges here, and we'll go like, I'll compete against me, like my wife who's a nurse, or compete with like an Asda worker or an Aldi worker and see who earns more. Uber versus Asda, Uber
I
versus
mean,
Aldi, stuff like that.
the certain shifts, the only 9 to 5, really, what you're looking at is an office worker, isn't it? Someone working in like a finance company on the phone or something along them
Yeah,
lines. Do you know
100%.
what I mean? They're the only really 9 to 5 jobs out there. Whereas, like I say, if you do the hours of a supermarket worker or something along them lines, you'll probably beat them. Do you know what I mean? 6-2, 210s, common shift. You do 210, 210, even a
Is that
6-2 coming out at 6 in
two?
the morning till 2 in the afternoon. I think you'll beat the local Asda worker.
Yeah, it's a good shift. That 6 till 2.
And then
By the way,
210
John.
beat it as well.
Sorry, 1 sec. John, is it possible to do 175 quid a day in Manchester, 5 a.m. till 6 p.m. So 13 hours? Yeah, I'd say so. How much would the settle now make you target money wise each week? I think he's just cracks on, I think, mate.
How much
In a
would
bit.
that allow me? Are you targeting money wise each week? Yeah, with the settle, probably I'm happy to have to settle if I can bring in 500 a week, 500 after me, 500 a week after me thingy. That's a bonus.
So
Can it be more?
what's that target then, Mick? 800-900?
So yeah, between 8 and a grand a week. I'll be happy with.
You happy with that? Yeah, yeah.
This week, obviously, I was in my daughter's dance competition.
Oh yeah, you couldn't do. Yeah, yeah. I remember that. So
I
this
only
week,
done,
so
I only
definitely
done
this week's going
4
to be the
hours
big one.
over the weekend because of my daughter's dance competition, and then I didn't get my car till Monday, so that wiped out Monday day. So it's 6:20 after not having a weekend.
Yeah, then Mick, can we do this then? This week, I'll do a video on it, and I'll just do it for the Patreon guys, right, and the YouTube members. And what we'll do is, if you want, or we do it public, I haven't decided yet. But what we can do is, can you record when you're in the vehicle? I don't mean cherry picking or because I know people are going like, oh, but yeah, I had an hour and a half or whatever. But if you're out your house, in my opinion, and you're in the car, you're working. In my opinion, cherry picking or not, you're still working. So could you record this week? Yeah.
No,
The
but
hours
when
you work.
you say that, but I normally I will switch it off, go and get me dinner, and come back. But when we're looking at our hours on the thing, to thingy me hours, which I can record when I start,
No, listen.
when I go for my break.
If you switch off having your dinner, that sounds. Do you know what I mean? Because you got to run whatever. I'm on about like when I have my dinner, if I'm out on Uber, I leave it online me, just in case a juicy job comes in. And
No,
I'll
but
just pack away my dinner and go.
the only way,
Do you know what I mean? But I'm still online. I'm still working.
like the proof of hours what I sent you though, them screenshots. You're looking at my first job to my end job, aren't you?
No, that's what I
You
mean.
haven't,
But like,
you haven't
if you
looked in
recorded
between
this
where
week,
there's a big gap where I've had a break because I've turned off.
well, hey, this I'm trying to say this week. It's Monday now. Have you done any Uber this week?
No, I'm not starting until tomorrow.
Right, right. So tomorrow, just literally pencil in or WhatsApp. How many hours you done on Tuesday?
Yeah, I'll do that. I intend to do that for the official week anyway. Do you know what I mean? Write it all
Yeah. So
down.
if you do that this week, we'll find out how many hours you actually on online in the car working, and see what you finished up on and stuff like that. And I'll put it. I'll put on Patreon or the YouTube members,
Yeah,
or I
I'll
might
do
do
that.
public. Don't know. Yeah. But also, what I'm thinking, during half term, Mark, right? And Mick, half term's coming up in 2 weeks. I know it's a bad example, it's half term, but we've all got, obviously, me, Mick's got kids where he's got school runs and that. Do you want to do a little head to head, 9 till 5 jobby? And all three of us, or if you get a few of the other lads on a Patreon and that, to do a 9 till 5 challenge, right? And all go online at 9 and all go online at 5 and see who
9
wins
till
more.
5 when the kids are off school.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
the
need
only
to
chance
live
we can do.
wage as well, you know.
But I'm just trying to think of the challenge. We can't do it when the kids are in school, can we?
No, we can't.
We'll sort something out. We'll talk behind the scenes when it's on the podcast. We'll sort something out. Because that's what I want to try and do with the Patreon. Is if we build the community up, we've got the chat on there, we could organise battles. And if there's enough of us in there, anyone fancy head to head and stuff, to film it all, send it over, I'll throw it on the Patreon for everyone to watch. And, get together and do that. I think that would be brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mark looks like he's going to fall asleep. Mick looks like he's going to die. So I think we're going to call it a day. Are you two happy with that?
Yeah.
Just to answer live, but dead quick. Me settles
Sorry,
on
mate.
Mondays, and no, you pay it manually. You can set up a standing order if you want, but I pay it manually.
I didn't. My main scroll down. I'm just going to the comments there quick. Joe, you used to be able to make 120 local work, 4 hours. Will take 8 hours plus to make that now. I'm in Milton Keynes. Yeah, Joe, the game's changed, lad. Difference is, though, they could take a week's haul and get paid, and you got to graft a week. Lee, I have this with my wife, mate. When we go away for 2 weeks on holiday, mate, I bring in this much. She brings in the full 2 weeks' wage. She's off sick the other week as well. She got paid. If I'm off sick, I don't get paid. They're the big differences, aren't they? But that's more employment and self-employed verse instead of Uber and whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the difference is she's got a manager telling her what to do every fucking day. Oh, apologies for
That's a
swearing.
tip. I know, yeah, you done so well, mate. 2 hour stream and you swear at the end. I know. He had a cheeky one, didn't he? Raf,
I asked
where's the
permission for that
support,
one.
lad?
No, that was allowed.
Hey, where's the support from Raf? So I said we'll suggest him a 9 till 5, yeah? And Raf put, by 9:15, I'll be saying, I'm going home.
Yeah, but the thing is,
He's
he's
got
not
you
wrong
to
though.
a
He's
T,
not
though,
wrong, is
hasn't
he?
I can't even defend you, Matty, because he knows you too well.
Listen, the challenge. If it's a challenge, I'm
challenge.
normally pretty good at the challenges.
The challenge is for you to actually stay on and work them hours. No matter what you're in.
Oh, lad, I'm lad. This year, I'm bad, lad. This year. Oh, mate, I just can't get motivated to go out on Puma, lad.
Oh, I can't.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, mate, it's just like, and I've said this in the past. People go, "Why are you still working for Uber?" Because it's flipping easy. It's
Yeah.
easy, and that's the annoying thing. I used to work the locals. I've worked the locals a lot, back and forward. And honest to God, you turn on a local company and you go, "Oh," and you turn on an Uber and you go, people delivery, and that's all you do. You're just delivering people A to B, B to B. Dead easy, dead chill. They don't talk to you. Do you know what I mean? And then the locals put you a banging. All right, lad. Yeah, I've only got 17p, lad, and change here, kid. Hey, will you accept the Mars partner? Do you know what I mean? It is. It's a completely different ball game.
Video from years ago. I don't know whether he was a Delta driver and he was getting offered skins for the money. Rizzlers, do you remember that video?
Yeah, lad. Yeah.
Come on, you
Yeah,
Rizzlers, mate. That's Rizzlers.
lad,
That's not money.
I got offered a pair of jeans on a blowy once off a flipping smackhead. All right, lad. All right, it's true. Oh yeah, let's go for these comments quick. To try and do more airports now, but need to make 1,500 quid to 1,800 quid to be left with a decent wage. My insurance is high, and the car payment is high. I drive an Audi A621 plate. Joe, is that per month or per week? 1,500 to 1,800.
He's got to be down in London,
left
hasn't he?
with a decent wage.
That's got to be London. That's got to be London.
Do you know what though, Mark? Right? I've said this loads of dudes. Like, listen, if you're single, or you're a single dad, or you're a single mum, and you got kids, right? Or you got a one income household, yeah. Yeah, Mick's just let's prime example. Right? I can use Mick as an example, right? Mick, if your missus didn't work,
yeah,
how much would you have to? You're saying your target's 800 to a grand as a ballpark. How much would your target be a week?
I'd at least put 50% on it.
So what? 15 a grand to 1,500.
Oh, you would 50% on.
Expenses
You're looking
up, don't they?
60. You're looking 1,600 to 2 grand. Well, no, 50% on's 412. Yeah, I'd say
12,
about 12
12
to
to 1,600 quid.
Yeah, 12.
How many hours do you reckon that'll take you?
Well, if I'm banking
hours,
on
£20
40 for 800 now, you're looking 50 to do 16.
60 to 80, innit?
70 plus.
60 to 90.
It's going to be 70, isn't it?
Yeah, that Joey's down in Milton Keynes.
The challenge is for you to click online. Thanks, Raf. A week in Milton Keynes, Joe. And you need 1,800 quid a week. Mate, so your expenses are like they're high, then, lad. Have you got a trophy wife or something, lad?
Something's going wrong there because we've got Blake in the WhatsApp group. He's from MK, isn't he? And he's loving it.
Yeah. He's a new driver, don't he? He doesn't know.
I know he doesn't know, but he's still settling the vehicle and loving it, or earning over 1,500.
It's 1,800 quid a week to be left with a decent wage. So his expenses must be close to 500-600 quid a week, mustn't it, with the diesel and everything else?
He says he does.
A6.
He does it.
500 to 600. And
so his expenses are 500-600 quid a week.
Well, it depends what's a decent wage to him.
No, what I mean is, though, he's got an Audi A6 and he needs to do 1,500 to 1,800 quid a week. So his diesel's probably 200-300 quid, isn't it?
Yeah, but
then he's got probably high insurance, high finance.
Does he want £1,000 a week take home? Because not many jobs are going to pay you that anyway.
That's a good point as well, isn't it?
£1,000 a week's over is a very well paid job, and unless you've got experience and you're driving a taxi, or you're Einstein driving a taxi, what's going to pay you £1,000 a week take home anyway?
That's a good point.
A realistic and decent wage, you've got to be looking at 500 quid a week, haven't you?
Yeah.
A decent wage is 500 quid a week, really, when you think about it, isn't it?
Is that £2,000 a month?
500 to 700 quid a week. He's saying 800 quid. That's 1,100 expenses, unless he wants £1,000 a week.
No, that's what I'm saying. If he needs 1,500, 1,800 quid to be left with a decent wage, he needs 800 quid to £1,000 a week, doesn't he? So he's probably got either a big house, no wife, maybe, or
1,000 expense. Wow.
1K expense is easy.
You need to knock that down.
Yeah, 23-year-old, insurance is high.
You could go and settle for less than that.
Yeah, that's It's Joey, isn't it?
No, Lee, the expenses there. No, Lee's just guessing. Joe, this is Joe that said it. 23-year-old insurance is high. You can even rent a Prius for $150 a week, but drive my own Audi A6 and pay $777 a month. Can't spend 600 quid to drive a Prius. That's fair, mate. That's fair. I do get you. And it's like I said, it's very situational. That's just a lot, man. That is a lot. Yeah, then, mate, as an example, Joe, they quick as want to end the stream. If you're doing 1,500 quid a week, how many hours and what are you left with after that, mate? If you just say 1,500 quid a week, how much money are you left with after all your expenses, by the way? And I'm on about valeting the works. And also, how many hours does it take you to do that 1,500 quid?
Go back to that, Joey. Go back to that, Joey. I've just worked it out, right? 777 a month over 12 months. So
the A6 has got to be diesel, hasn't it?
So 180 quid he pays, 180 quid a week. Yeah?
No, I think that's just the 77 a month must be just finance and insurance. It won't be diesel.
Yeah. So you times that by 12. right, and you divide that by 52, it's 180 quid a week. That's just to pay for his car. Then he's got fuel on top of that. So why does he need 1,500, 1,800 quid a month? A week?
After. Maybe it's a Leno.
He wants
Ooh.
5 to 8
Hey.
ton, doesn't he?
I bet he's living in a
He wants
7-bedroom
5 to 8
house.
ton. Yeah, but he's saying you can't spend 600 quid to drive a Prius. Yeah, but you unlock the diesel. You take away your diesel cost from paying your Audi A6 on the road. Yeah, okay, the motor.
No. What he's saying, he's paying £777 a month for insurance and finance,
On an
or
Audi
600
A6.
a month for a Prius.
Yeah, but then
So he'd rather pay the extra 100 quid a month to drive his Audi instead of a Prius. But his Audi's got his own expenses, hasn't he?
His Audi's going to have diesel expense, which is going to be
No, but so that the Prius will have hybrid
Prius
expense,
will
won't
have.
it? Yeah. To be honest, mate, it's, like I said, it's very situational. Joe's a happy
it
guy.
is, yeah.
Bouncing around. Shut. Can you hear that one?
I'd still go nuts. I'd lose the airport work.
Keep an eye on that, guys. You keep talking to
Still
Joe,
going
find
up,
out the info
paying-
for me.
Working Uber.
Come on, that's...
Yeah. 777 is a month. So it's 180 quid a week. And his car insurance is separate. So he's paying. How much is the insurance then for a 23-year-old? How much is he paying a month? I reckon he's paying 200 quid a month for that, surely. 250 a month for insurance?
23-year-old, yeah.
Probably even more. Then his diesels. Diesels probably what? If he's doing airports, probably 200, 250 quid a week.
In an Aldi.
Yeah, 250 plus 180, 250. So what's that? 430 plus his insurance. I bet his expenses are well over 500 quid. So he's taken a salary
Yeah,
of
the
over a grand.
777 is just his finance.
Yeah, just his car,
Just
yeah.
the car, yeah.
And he's 23.
Yeah.
So that means his insurance is going to be 200-300 quid a month on that. Maybe
Yeah.
more. So he's probably got 1,100 quid in finance and insurance. Plus his diesel. To do that
Diesel
not
will be
much
about
work.
1,000. Yeah, £440 a month insurance.
Told you.
I'm going to work that out. Hold up, keep talking.
Joe,
That'll be because it's
Joe, do us a favour, lad. Do us a favour, Joe. How much is your insurance, your finance and your diesel is, mate? Just them three per month. See, this is the situation where you just go, mate,
Yeah.
get the Aldi, lad.
Get the Prius.
777 plus
That's unreal, mate.
440 times 12.
Surely his insurance to insure a Prius is not 440 quid a month.
No, hey, the 150 week, I think, was settling.
No, yeah, but he said that's just for the car.
777
Oh, okay.
plus...
Which
I
makes
would pay
sense.
150
a week for a
I would
car.
pay 150 a week for the Prius myself.
So that's how much is his a month? 1,217 for his car and insurance. 1,217. So he's probably diesel. I bet his diesel's probably about 250 a week.
Gotta be if you're hitting 1,800.
So
Gotta be,
250, another grand. So he's probably paying 2,400 a month. Yeah, 2.3k a month.
Easy. Go on, do 2.3k divided by 4. Wow. Joe. Sickening that, lad. That's sickening.
I'm not. Divide what? Divide by how what?
550 a week.
2.3 divided by 4, Mark.
550 a week.
£530 a week.
So when he wakes up Monday morning, he's minus 530 quid a week.
That's sick. I go sick over 300. And I'm settled.
That's serious. That's a serious expense, that, Joe.
And then you've got to think of, like, if anything breaks, it's down to him because it's his car. He's not settling with it.
Joe. That's sad. I feel sorry for you there, lad.
For that Audi car, each tyre's probably about 150 quid a tyre. Easy.
Oh, mate. Lovely car, by the way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Michael, mine is shot up to £430 a month for 10 months. That's your insurance as well. Honest to God, Zebra, I'd rather be in a 23 and pay that much insurance than 2k a year at 55-year-old for a V-Class. 2k a year for 55. Oh, no, I get you. You'd rather be 23 than 55. I get you. Oh, mate, honestly, I feel so sorry for Joe, man. Obviously, it's your own choice, like, you decided to do it, but, yeah, mate, I'll be honest, between me and you and whoever, hundreds that I'm going to be watching this is, I'd burn at me.
If I was 23, I'd be out of this job straight away. Especially if I had nearly 600 quid expenses.
Honestly, mate.
Go
Honestly.
and do something with your life, lad.
But this is what we were talking about the other day, Mick. This is an example of, like, Joe, get rid of that £2,500 a month, right, expense. Right, if you went and worked just for a minimum wage job, you'd be banking, what was it, near 400 quid now? Near 400 quid a week. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't know. It's so sickening. Do you know what I mean? Because he said, what was it, 1,500 to 1,800?
Yeah, right. So 1,500 a week. Say that's the lowest. Times it by 48 because you have 4 weeks off a year. Divide 52. He's at 1,500 times 48. Divide 12. He's coming up
does
6
he get
grand a
it
month.
70
He's coming
quid
up 6
back?
grand a month.
Why does Kev get that bonus off Uber?
Because he does access. He's got a wheelchair access vehicle.
So anyone
Isn't it-
doing access gets a bonus back
Oh,
off
Lee.
them.
Lee, that's a good point, mate. What about your car tax? You paying luxury car tax on an Audi? 4 years old, you might be. New drivers are screwed. I'm
He will
37.
do.
So Michael's insurance went to 430 quid a month, right? And he's 37. Kevin, I'm paying 500 quid a week, rent and fuel. But I do get the 170 back off Uber. That's if you hit your access jobs, innit? That's still a lot. Insurance is the killer. Got up too much. Yeah, Joe. Jesus Christ, mate. Feel your pain, man. Feel your pain. I'm not looking forward to mine. My renewal's in May. And I've got the highest insurance group car on the
My way-
flipping planet.
Going off some of
What?
these, mate, man, weren't too bad. Because I had my renewal before I got rid of my bus, didn't I? I only went up 600 quid a month. It's 60 quid a month, not 600.
It's cheap, mate. Flexing that. Lad, honestly, I'm dreading mine. My car is so high insurance, I'm dreading the renewal.
When's yours due?
Hey, when it be 2 years. Honestly. Can you talk about the taxi windows being smashed? It's been rampant around Newcastle lately, and the police are doing out. No, that sounds awful, that, mate. Yeah, there's nothing you can do, really, is there? Yeah, it's heavy, that. But listen, this podcast has gone on for flipping hours, and I don't
Probably
know
mine.
how long. When did we start it? When did you come on? It was like 9:45, weren't it?
Quarter to 10, yeah.
You might
That's
be
an
able to
hour and
split this
40.
in two.
Is this an hour and 45-minute podcast? Oh my God. And this is only one. We're not going to split it.
An hour and 40, yeah.
You might want to
You might
split
be
it
able to
into
split
3.
No, I'm not going to split it. It's going to be one. So, guys, if you made it to the end and it's an hour and 45 minutes, Jesus Christ, respect you. Let's all give them all a clap. You gang of legends, mate. An hour and 45 minutes is unbelievable. Listen, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Don't forget, please consider joining the Patreon. It's going to be boss. I've got a good feeling about it. Nice one for tuning in, guys. Thanks to Mick and Mark once again coming in. And this is the end of the podcast. I'm going to end it now. Don't forget, guys, I will be still live on TikTok till I end it. So watch going in. Still be good. Nice one, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Toodle.